50K, look, if you guys are already a client, they'll probably just ask you for 3 months of bank statements. And obviously your business has to be in good standing, the whole 9 yards, right? We've been through this rodeo a couple of times. If you're a new client, they're most likely going to ask you, or not most likely, they will ask you for at least 1 year of tax returns. If it checks out, you're golden. They'll probably run you for 2 if the financials look a little bit weak for how much you're asking for. But they typically pull from TransUnion. They do their underwriting for their business lines of credit in-house. But with their business credit cards, they're underwritten by Elon. So like a clear distinction on there. Something that I really wanted you guys to know, because let's say if you go in and you're asking for a business credit card, that's going to get shipped off to Elon. And so they might pull TransUnion along with that same inquiry that you're using in-house, because remember, they're partnered. So if they're pulling TransUnion, because sometimes Elon's hit or miss, it's Equifax, Experian, or TransUnion. If they're pulling TransUnion with Elon, then you know they're going to be, then you know in-house for that same hard inquiry, you can just go ahead and let it ride with the business line of credit. So something that I want to, again, you guys to know. I got another one though. TD Bank. Business loans and line of credit between 10K to $1 million. So for the loan to be no doc,
not credit cards, guys, liquidity.
I actually
business funding. This is business funding. So when you hear people say get up to $250,000 in business funding, how? 0% business credit cards. Put clown emojis in that. Put bozo, because you can do that yourself. It's almost disrespectful to charge you 10% for filling out a credit card application. Do you think it's right for somebody to charge you 10% to fill out a credit card application?
It's an expensive admin fee.
I'm serious. No, I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. Do you think it's ethical for somebody to charge you 10% to fill out a credit card application? Is that ethical? That's a personal question. I'm not God, but for me, that's not business funding. Business funding is what he's showing you right now that he's giving you for free. For free. There's a lot more. I don't know how much more he's sharing, but like, that's a lot right there. We've never had this given on a calls like this. Right? So, and part of the reason I had some feedback on previous business calls, and he said, hey, listen, you know, I liked it, but I wanted more. Now, well, you got more now. You got more now. So what are you going to do with it? Keep rocking, bro.
We played around with this at TD Bank. One of my clients actually went in. I'll spare you guys the details. So if you go to the TD Bank application, it says up to $100,001 will only request your LLC or your articles of organization. We won't request any financials upon application, right? Just to say, just to like spare the details. But if you guys go on the application and you open it up, it says that. Well, my client figured out, because we ran it with him, and we figured out that that was kind of like bogus. And so really what the no doc with them was up to 25K. It wasn't 100K. So they'll promote up to 100K, but they'll ask for 2 years of tax returns. Like, take it from me. Like, we ran through it. We tested it. 25K is that threshold with, again, a no doc loan with TD Bank. Some of these thresholds move every now and again. So I'm giving you guys what we're seeing in real time. They're typically going to pull from Equifax. And then they obviously are going to require for you to have an account with them upon that. So thinking about some liquidity with them is going to help out. Again, that 3 to 5K sweet spot seems to really move the needle with a lot of these banks. Bank of America, so up to 50K on business credit cards and up to 25K, no doc app only on their business lines of credit. For the business age, under 2 years is fine for the cards, but for the BLOCs, you want to be at least 2 years. So this is where you start seeing a lot of these LLCs that maybe, I know some of you guys had questions about, hey, Irv, you know, should I close it? Should I keep it open? Leave it open for situations like this. Remember, these are app only, no doc. So if you have the age behind it and you have, you know, some strong credit, you can bypass a lot of the waiting curve that a lot of startups have to wait on in order to get access to more lines of credit, which is what you're seeing here. Liquidity, at least 3K before applying, does help. And they do also provide multiple entity funding. So you can bring another LLC back in place with them. You guys know how I feel about Bank of America as well with their auto deals. So we have a lot of our clients go through Bank of America to refi a lot of their personal vehicles into the business side, just because they've been doing just killer with some of the rates. I'm not the biggest fan of Ally. Ally's been like, lately, especially with the business sector, the business vehicles. So Bank of America is definitely going to be one of those banks. PNC, bro, you thought I was done.
I have no words, bro.
You thought I was done, bro.
I saw a slide deck, but I didn't see the banks he was talking about. And
you thought I was done, bro. Small business line of credit. The loan offers 20 to 100K. So you can request up to 25K, no doc. So something else that I want to preface, which is something that Rad said that he hit it on the nail. If you would have said 2 to maybe, yeah, I'd say 2 years ago, a lot of these banks were doing a bit more up to 50K. If you guys notice, they're between 25K to 50K. So we're starting to see a little bit more tightening in real time. Again, could this open up a little bit? Yes, but I'd rather give you guys baseline, which is why I'm giving you guys 25K, no doc, app only, business line of credit. I actually have a client, Alan. He got 100K with them, but he had been their client for 4 years on the personal side, and his LLC was 2 years old. 100K business line of credit.
Okay, you helped him get $100,000 business line of credit. What was the success fee?
A big 0.
Okay, so he kept 100% of his money.
He kept 100% of his money.
How's that for business?
He just had to do the work. The work was exactly what I was telling him. Getting out of the metaverse and going out there and
the 5 kids, yeah, bro. Like
take the 5 kids with you, bro. Under 2 years is fine with this. Most likely gonna ask for 1-year tax returns. That's totally fine, especially if I'm gonna get a 100K bump. I'll take that all day. Typically pulls from Experian. 0% business credit card. They're gonna do it off of the same inquiry. Remember, with PNC, you do have to be a client with them. And then the 0% business credit card is perfect for balance transfers. So I got another one for us, Commerce Bank. So a small business line of
Corey,
credit.
man, Corey, King. Listen, I know you're proud tonight. I hope you're doing well, brother. I see you in the chat. Listen, this is a Creidt. How many banks did you list, bro?
Not including like the ones
at
the beginning of the car, or this one.
This one. Let's do this one first. U.S. Bank. Yep. UNB, Citi. Okay. Next, M&T. Next, Truist. Okay. Citizens. Okay. Fifth Third. Okay. Key Bank. Okay. Fulton. Okay. TD Bank. Okay. 11, Bank of America. 12, PNC. 13, Commerce Bank.
All right, so we're at Commerce.
Yeah. 13 banks. Can you guys get 5 of them? Can you get 5 of them? Can you get $250,000 in business funding?